In this episode we are going to check out the top 5 best Samsung phones in 2018. I made this list based on my personal opinion, and I tried to list them based on their price, quality, durability and more. If you want to see the price and find out more information about these Samsung phones, you can check out the links down in the description and the comment section below. Okay, so, let's get started with the video. At number 5, we have the Samsung Galaxy A8. The Samsung Galaxy A8 is a 2018 model that can be considered as a real bargain, due to the fact that it has a strong build quality, powerful cameras, and enough memory to let you install dozens of apps. From a design perspective, the A8 features an attractive black body, with an IP68 rating, which means that it is water resistant, and this can't be often found with mid-range smartphones. However, take in mind that you shouldn't take it with you if you're swimming. At the top, you will notice dual cameras, where one of them is 8-megapixel camera, while the second is 16-megapixel, and if you flip the smartphone over, you can also find another 16-megapixel camera that sits next to a flashlight, as well as a fingerprint sensor, which will drastically ease your authentication process. Now, let's talk about the features. The Samsung A8 packs an octa-core processor, 4GB of RAM, 32GB of storage space, which can be expanded to up to 256GB by using an SD card, and I think that these specs are more than good for the phone's actual cost. Moving on, I really like the 5.6-inch Super AMOLED touchscreen, because it has a maximum resolution of 1080 by 2220 pixels and an aspect ratio of 18:5:9, so the content you're watching will be filled with plenty of details. I would also like to inform you that both of the cameras are extremely quality, so regardless if you want to shoot selfies, or maybe beautiful landscapes, you won't find any blur, but instead, the photos will be vibrant and lifelike. Finally, the battery life can last throughout a whole day, according to the users, but as you know, everything depends on your usage, since if you're on Wi-Fi non-stop, playing games or watching videos at full bright, it may drain faster. Overall, the Samsung Galaxy A8 offers a great value for the price tag, so you can try it and assure yourself of its potential. Moving on, at number 4, we have the Samsung Galaxy J7 Pro. The Samsung Galaxy J7 Pro is oriented towards those who are looking for a smartphone that comes at an affordable price, but performs like one that is a lot more expensive. From a design perspective, the J7 Pro is available in 5 colors, from which you can choose the one that suits you the best, but we've chosen the black edition, so, regardless of your choice, take in mind that all of its color editions are unique in their own way. Moving on, this model has an aluminum, unibody design that is composed of well-defined curved corners, a sleek 5.5-inch Super AMOLED display, 3 touch buttons at the bottom, of which, the middle one also serves as a fingerprint scanner, and 2 13-megapixel cameras, of which one is at the front, while the second is at the back. Another really interesting thing about its construction is that it is IP54 certified, which means that it is dust and splash resistant, so it will last for years, and you wouldn't have to invest in another smartphone for a longer period of time. In terms of connectivities, you can find a 3.5mm stereo jack, micro USB 2.0, while on the other side, this smartphone is NFC enabled, uses the Bluetooth 4.1 version, and has dual SIM cards, which I particularly like. But now, let's talk about the performance. The J7 Pro runs on Android 7.0 Nougat OS. It is powered by 1.6 GHz octa-core Exynos 7870 processor, and has 3 GB of RAM, 32 GB of storage space, that can be expandable to up to 256 GB, by using a micro SD, so you won't be restricted on anything. Moreover, the 5.5-inch screen has a full HD resolution, or 1920 by 1080 in terms of pixels, with 401 ppi pixel density, so everything you see will be really defined, since its screen is really bright and clear. I'd also want to inform you that this unit has a 3600 mAh battery that can last throughout the day, but when it comes to the recharge, it takes a bit longer to be fully charged because the J7 Pro doesn't support fast or Qualcomm's quick charge. To conclude, I strongly recommend you this product because it offers a great value for its price tag. Next stop, at number 3, we have the Samsung Galaxy Note 8. The Galaxy Note 8 is a powerful, and exceptionally beautiful smartphone that performs as good as it looks. That's why, let's get quickly into action and find out why are people satisfied with it, and what's the Samsung reason behind this success. From a design perspective, the Note 8 boasts a tall, slim curvaceous design, with a large, and beautiful 6.3-inch dual-edge Super AMOLED display, that has slightly sharper edges, so from the first time you see it, you will already know, that you have a true gem in your hands. At the top, there is the front 8-megapixel camera with an autofocus, while at the back, there are dual 12-megapixel cameras, with 2x optical zoom and an autofocus, so all of your photos will have that eye-popping look. Also at the back, there is a fingerprint scanner of which you can take an advantage, but Samsung didn't stop here, since this smartphone supports iris scan and face recognition, as the main way of unlocking the smartphone. I'd also want to mention, that the Note 8 is water and dust resistant, so as you can see, if we take its innovative look aside, this smartphone is also really durable. Now, let's talk about the features. The Galaxy Note 8 has an octa-core processor, 6GB of RAM, 64GB of ROM, but you can expand it up to 256GB, which is more than enough to substitute your tablet. Moreover, the 6.3-inch display has a Quad HD resolution, which is absolutely a great thing, due to the fact that it is large and bright, so you won't have any problems with multitasking. Users claim that the color accuracy is pretty good as well, and if you ask me, that's always welcome, because every one of us is looking for these things before we purchase a smartphone. Before we end, I'd like to inform you that the battery life is pretty long, but what I like about it is that it takes a really short time to have it fully charged. Overall, the Galaxy Note 8 is a top option for everyone who wants to invest in a powerful smartphone that justifies its price tag. Moving on, at number 2, we have the Samsung Galaxy S9. The Samsung Galaxy S9 is an extremely good option if you are looking for a smartphone that has an IP68 rating and a large Infinity edge-to-edge screen that produces lifelike imagery like you have never previously tasted before. From a design perspective, the S9 comes in 3 color editions on Amazon, starting from Coral Blue, Lilac Purple and Midnight Black, which we are currently reviewing. However, take in mind that the color may vary by country or carrier, so this unit is available in many other colors. This model sports an aluminum construction that houses a curved glass that is present on both the front and back with the intention to make it as comfortable as possible when you're holding it. In addition, the screen is strengthened with a Gorilla Glass 5 coating, so the chances of breaking, if you accidentally drop it on the floor, are set to the minimum, so you shouldn't worry about anything. At the top, there is the front-facing, 8-megapixel camera, while at the back, you can find a 12-megapixel main camera, with an aperture that can change from f2.4 to f1.5. Below the volume rocker, there is a dedicated Bixby button, and a lock switch on the side, but if you find the lock switch boring, then you can use the fingerprint scanner, that will let you unlock the phone in a more convenient way. But now, let's talk about the performance. The S9 uses the Qualcomm Snapdragon 845 processor, which makes the smartphone unbelievably fast, but let's not forget the other specs, such as 64GB of internal storage, which can be upgraded to up to 400GB, 4GB of RAM, and the most important part, the Super AMOLED 5.8-inch screen, which has a maximum resolution of 1440 by 2960 pixels. In addition, I'd also want to inform you that the screen has 18:5:9 ratio, with a pixel density of 570 pixels per inch, and I think that you won't find any remark in terms of its quality. Another great thing about this smartphone is its long-lasting battery, which can be recharged completely, within a short period of time. To conclude, the S9 is worthy of considering, because it packs everything that guarantees long years of usage. And finally, at number 1, we have the Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus. The Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus is maybe the best smartphone produced by Samsung, because if you'd like its predecessor, trust me, this one expands the borders of fast performance and beautiful design to a whole new level. From a design perspective, the S9 Plus is available in 3 colors in Amazon, so you can choose between the coral blue, the lilac purple, or the midnight black, which we are currently reviewing, due to the fact that it radiates with style. The smartphone's construction is made with aluminum, while the 6.2-inch screen has a Gorilla Glass 5 coating, which means that, even if you accidentally drop it on your floor, the chances of breaking or scratching are set to the minimum. At the front top, except the gorgeous screen, you will also see a low-profile, 8-megapixel camera, with an f1.7, with which you can take beautiful selfies, or have video chats. While if you flip the smartphone over, you will instantly notice an S9 Plus label on the bottom, dual camera system, along with a flash and a fingerprint sensor, which in my opinion, could be set in a more accessible position. Now, let's talk about the features. The S9 Plus has an octa-core processor, 6GB of RAM, 128GB of ROM, and if you don't find the memory enough for you, well, this smartphone supports micro SD cards of up to 400GB, which is super cool. Before we end, I'd like to mention that the 3500 mAh battery can last during your whole day. However, this isn't fixed, since everything depends on your actual usage. Overall, the S9 Plus would be a great choice, due to the fact that it is fast, looks beautiful, and the audio and camera quality are indeed overwhelming. Thanks for watching, I hope you liked this video. If this video was helpful to you, please remember to leave a like and subscribe to my channel to see more videos like this in the future, and if you have any questions related to these Samsung phones, you can leave a comment down below and I will get back to you as soon as I can.